Before I get into this video, I would like to let you guys know that I will be reading off of some notes. Welcome to my channel. I'm Katrina Smith and I'm a self-published author of 6 volumes of books, 2 cookbooks, and 4 poetry books. In addition, I'm a disability advocate and have an online talk show called Living with Disabilities. Today, I would like to discuss the distinction between an IEP and a 504 plan. First and foremost, they are fundamentally governed by different laws, and IEP requires that you have one of the 13 specific disabilities or conditions that are written into law, like dyslexia. That would be considered a condition for which the person would qualify for an IEP. You need to have more than one condition or disability to meet the standard of an IEP, and it must also affect their performance in the class, which is very important to know because sometimes parents think that just having a disability qualifies for an IEP. You also need to make sure it making a difference. It has what is called an educational impact and adverse impact in the classroom for your child's learning. For the 504 plan, the child needs to have a disability that gets in the way of their learning in the general education classroom. The difference isn't that they need specialized instructions, it's because of their requirements that some changes are made. They receive the same education as their classmates. Children with ADHD often have a 504 plan, and what happens is the changes are made in the environment. Those changes are accommodations. Those changes are made in the general education classroom and don't require specialized instructions. For instance, a child with ADHD may need extra time to work on their test or get their homework. What are the concerns about 504? That's it, not good as an IEP. Here are some facts from my experience. Some people may experience these differently. I would have to stress that it starts with the faculty and staff that works in the building and their attitude towards students, as well as their needs, because not all staffs or faculties will provide what is required. I had dealt with it once or twice. To completely honest, my first experience with staff sent me to Frustration City. Even the thought sometimes brings back that frustration because it wasn't just me who had dealt with how the professor handled things. Teachers and professors should be educated on how to handle students with different disabilities or conditions. Students who come with their accommodations should be able to use them. It shouldn't be taken as a joke to send their student back and forth from one place to the next. If a student's accommodation says a test must be taken in the test room, the student must follow through with it, and their professor should consider that. This about wraps it up here for the advocacy table. Before I take my last sip of tea, I will close you out with this advice if you are dealing with getting your accommodations and being able to use them for your class. Take it up with your counselor and follow through with what your counselor says. Set an appointment with your teacher or professor and talk about the situation. If the situation continues, take it to the school dean, not the dean for students. You want the dean who is higher up. Your hard work will pay off, and no one can ever hold you back from becoming successful. Continue to stand up for your accommodation rights. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to share this video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Did I mention that Living with Disability is currently working on building a bigger community for people with disabilities? Yes, that is correct. Please go to check out Living with Disability merch at Redbubble and help support the Living with Disability community.